Good morning. So, how to give yourself permission to eat anything you like without the guilt. I know it's around Christmas, and there's two kind of ways to look at this. It's like, it's Christmas, just do what you want, don't worry about it. And that's true. I totally agree with that. In that, apart from when people do that, they then feel really guilty. And it's all well and good me saying, you shouldn't feel guilty about doing it. But then people feel rubbish, right? And it's like a really tricky one because they're like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't feel rubbish now. They're beating themselves up big time because physiologically they maybe feel rubbish. And when I talk to people and they're like, oh yeah, I just don't. And it's usually because they've been doing something differently prior to that. And that is some sort of planning. And I'm not saying get real planned on Christmas Day or anything like that. But I'm talking about other stuff beyond this. Hey, Linda, how are we doing? Because if you think about what people actually do, we often are we've worked really hard throughout the year. We've not seen family and hopefully we'll be able to see family. And we get together and it's like, yeah, people are already tired, potentially, already like exhausted, a bit burnt out. And then on top of that, we eat quite a lot of rubbish, which is fine, by the way, but depends how long you do it for, of course. Eat quite a lot of rubbish, maybe don't sleep as much. And then all of a sudden, January is around the corner and we haven't really got a plan for it. We don't really know what we're doing. We don't really know where we're going to go, in terms of exercise, where are we going to exercise, what are we going to do? And then it becomes, we're playing catch up already. And it's like, gosh, it's like the 5th of January and I haven't really done anything yet. And we're playing catch up already. Now, one of the things I was chatting to one of the ladies about late last week was about having a plan for January now. And she said that I almost I feel differently when I give myself permission to drink on that night now, because I know the day after I'm going to have time for it. I'm going to have space for it. And I'm not just going to be like hungover and, can't do it. She knows when she's going to drink, when she's not. But it's not that she's getting really particular with it, but actually she wants to feel better. And she doesn't want to beat herself up anymore or anything like that. And she feels in control now. She's making a choice that she wants to make. Whether that's, I eat what I want on these days, of course, absolutely. But she's given herself permission to do that rather than going, I should probably be good. It's Christmas, then it's out of control, in control, out of control, in control. Rather than permission to eat anything she wants. But that doesn't mean everything. That means on certain days. That means without guilt on these days. And it's a really hard thing to look at, but that's why most of us are playing catch up in January. And she's already going, right, this is the day I'm back in. I'm going to do a few kind of replays between Christmas and New Year. Not going to be in person or live. I'm just going to be aiming to get this many in between. I'm going to go on lots of walks with family and friends on these days. We're going to do this on this day. And it's about thinking of our stress bucket. Like a lot of people are quite stressed around this time as well. For whatever reason, it can be quite difficult for a lot of people. And it's about doing what actually makes you feel better, because we want to feel better. We don't have to go all out because that's kind of what you're supposed to do at the same time. And it's about making the choice that makes you happy here. And that isn't always going all out with food, drink. It might be for some, but it's permission to have anything you want, but making the choice that will make you happier. And I know for me, I am happiest, and this might sound sad to a lot of people, when I'm really productive. I'm up early, I get my hour in the morning, or 2 hours in the morning before the kids are up, before anyone's up, and I get this time. That sets me up for the day to be better to be around, and everyone else benefits from that, but it's important for my sanity as well to get that done. So it's permission to eat anything you want with that, and that doesn't mean everything, and about protecting your energy. So going back to where she was at, she's then like, in January, this is what I'm going to do. We've set a plan of action straight away. So she's like, yeah, what happens in this time doesn't really matter now. Yeah, of course, I'm not going to go all out on this. I'm going to enjoy it as more than ever before, because I'm not going to get the guilt, right? So she's going to enjoy it more than ever before, but she's not actually going all out like she once would. And it's backwards to her, because she used to think, to enjoy it, I have to go all out. And I thought that was a really interesting thing. And it's hard to articulate because it's a very personal thing. Like for some people, it's going all out, not really worried about how they'll feel after is important to them, and that's fine. But if you find yourself beating yourself up then low on energy, then beating yourself up because it's into January and you're like playing catch up now on what you missed before. It's something that we could look at. Frozen? No. Any questions, as always, just let me know. If you want more information about our January Kickstart, just comment below with January or send me a message with January and I'll get you the details and we shall go from there. Take care. Have an awesome day. Speak soon.